Welcome to What's New in AtHomeNet Classic. This video will cover new features and enhancements for October 2011. We have a lot of exciting things to talk about, so let's get going. The first thing we'll want to do is log in as an administrator. The first enhancement we want to talk about this month is a new enhancement to our email bulletins feature. AtHomeNet now proudly introduces the functionality that will allow you to schedule email bulletins to send in advance. Let's get right into this feature and show you how it works. We'll go to our email bulletins feature. This new functionality will open up a world of possibilities now for website administrators. You can now schedule email bulletins days, weeks, months out, even going down to the point of scheduling it for a specific time on a specific day. Let's see it in action. So let's select a holiday template, for instance. We'll go for a Christmas greeting. Of course, as always, you can customize all of the text and the fields inside of your email bulletin. But you'll notice this new tab labeled Delivery Options, where you can send now or schedule for delivery in the future. Since this one will be for Christmas, let's go ahead and schedule this one for, we'll say, Christmas Eve. And we want to get it at a specific time, maybe early in the day. But you'll notice you have some different options as far as the increments of time that you can actually send, AM or PM. But for our example, we'll use 9 AM. So we'll go ahead and schedule this now, while it's on our mind, instead of having to worry about it during the hustle and bustle of the holidays. We schedule this to go out the day before, and we've done it many, many months in advance. This new functionality makes it so much easier for you as an administrator to plan the email bulletins for all of your special events, meetings, and important happenings many, many months in advance. You still have your send now option for anything that needs to go out immediately. And as you can see, you can schedule this for days, months, even years in advance. When you're done, you can preview or save for sending later. A great new enhancement for both communities and association managers alike. While we're here in the email bulletins feature, let's talk about another enhancement. You will now notice an email bulletin status tab. Clicking on this tab will take you to a summary page detailing all of your recent email bulletins, both sent or scheduled, from within the last 7 days. You'll notice a number of pieces of information here: the date schedule, the subject. Clicking on these will actually allow you to view each of the bulletins in question, who it was submitted by, the number of email bulletins sent, the status, and a special cancellation tab. This has to do with pending email bulletins. As you can see, this one is actually scheduled to go out later. So on any email bulletins like this, you'll have this tab where you can optionally click here to cancel it. Clicking on the tab shows you the actual bulletin in and of itself. And as you can see, if you click on cancel, the pending one disappears. This next enhancement has to do with your address book feature, specifically allowing you the opportunity to add a second distinct picture for an additional person on the same user profile. Let's get into it. We'll go to our address book feature, we'll click on residents, and we'll select a resident. As we edit this person, in the past, a resident address book entry could read Jim and Kathy Baldwin, as this one did. But there would only be one picture to recognize. Henceforth, if Kathy Baldwin were to log in, make a comment on a message board, or post something somewhere else on the site in an interactive feature, it would still display Jim's photograph. Here you'll notice in these two fields, you can now upload 2 different pictures for the residents. So here we have our picture of Jim Baldwin, and here we can upload our picture of Kathy. We'll save our changes. And here we'll see it in action. On the profile, the residents as the Baldwins. There's Jim. There's Kathy. Let's see how this affects other areas of the site. We'll go ahead and log out. And then we'll log back into our site. We're going to log in as Jim or as Kathy. Now Jim and Kathy can share the same login, but here, let's say I'm Kathy and not Jim. I'll click on Switch User, and now I'm Kathy. I can switch back and forth between the two. So let's go to an interactive feature, such as the message board, for instance. And let's say I want to comment on this community ball post. So as you can see, since I'm using the site as Jim, I've made this comment, I think having a community ball would be great. If I log back in, I would simply hit Switch User. I can go to the same message group, add a new message of my own, so as you can see, the site recognized that even though two users may share the same login information and profile, when they select to use the login as themselves, making comments and interacting with the site now recognizes the difference in the two, displaying the proper picture for the proper user. A great enhancement that allows for greater control and more clarity in site use. Keep in mind this functionality will be across different features where users may interact, such as reviews, message board, address book, etc. Let's go to our home page now, where we're introducing a lot of new functionality to the widgets. First thing we'd like to introduce is the new custom widget border types, meaning you can choose the bordering for your widgets now. Let's see it in action. As the administrator, we'll go to our settings, and under settings, you'll now notice this new tab, custom widget border types for your widgets. You have three different types, normal line, dotted line, and Twiggy. Let's see what they look like, and we'll go back to our profile. Normal line widgets, as you can see, surrounded by a normal line. Dotted line. As you can see, slightly different aesthetic look. And the last of the three gives us a more freeform look with no side borders. The default setting is normal line, so unless you go in and change it, this is what you'll see on your site. As we continue to develop enhancements for your widgets, you'll get even greater control with the look, feel, and style of them. Let's move on to our next widget enhancement, which has to do with our Events Calendar widget. We'll go into Edit Page, and we'll edit our widget. You now have the option of a single column look for this widget. We'll select it under Calendar Mini List, and we'll click Apply. So as you can see, it trims it down to the size of some of our smaller single column widgets, still giving you the date and the type of event it is, just in a more compact format. And of course, as you alter your widgets to get the exact look that you want, you can always move them around to customize your layout. Since it fits in a little better at the top of the page, we'll move it up to our top line, letting our residents know what events are coming up as one of the first things that they see. The last enhancement to widgets we'd like to talk about is the introduction of an all-new Birthdays widget. We go to Edit Page, Add, and here you'll see the new Birthdays widget. Adding it to your page, and you can title it as you want. Click Apply, and as we scroll to the bottom of our page, we'll see our new widget, listing all the community birthdays that our residents have in the current month. A great interactive feature for your residents, and a good way to keep everyone abreast of who's celebrating a birthday in the current month. Each birthday callout is a live link to the resident's profile. The last enhancements we'd like to go over are new additions to our email bulletin templates. You'll see we have some great new templates that you can obviously click on and customize to your liking. Explore them when you get a chance, and we're sure you'll find something that you like. And if you have suggestions for email bulletin templates, send your suggestions to support@AtHomeNet.com. Well, that'll do it for What's New October 2011 in AtHomeNet Classic. If you have ideas for new features and enhancements, we'd love to hear them. Send us an email at support@AtHomeNet.com. Thanks for watching, thanks for your business, and we'll see you next month. That concludes this month's edition of What's New. We'd like to thank all of our existing clients for your time and for your business. As always, we encourage your feedback and ideas, so if you have any suggestions for new features or new enhancements to existing features, send us an email to support@AtHomeNet.com. If you don't have website service with us and you like what you see, send us an email to sales@athomenet.com or give us a call at 1-800-556-7852. Be sure to tune in next month for more new features and more new enhancements from AtHomeNet.